And when I was uncovering the nature of this cult in the early 1990s, a long time ago now, and I was starting to track and investigate various people that were clearly part of it, where it led me again and again was to Peter and and then you ask the obvious question: why? Why would they be involved in that? There were so many of them. And then you think, okay, so what is Satanism? Well, it's worship of these quote gods. Well, who are these gods? Because these people are deeply sick, but in an intellectual sense, they're not freaking stupid. Not those in the inner core, anyway. So they're not going to worship gods that don't exist. They're just simply not going to do it. They leave that to the population. So they then I started looking back, and I started to see that all over the world, every era and culture worshipped pantheons of gods everywhere. So you see things like the Greek pantheon, Zeus and so on, and you say, okay, I've heard of that. But they're everywhere, under different names, because different communities, different cultures obviously call these gods different names. And then you look again and you say, well, they were sacrificing people to these gods. Actually, they were sacrificing overwhelmingly children, sacrificing young virgins to the gods. Anyone think what that might be code for? And then you ask the question, well, the first question, before you ask that question, you realize that the gods that these ancients all over the world were doing human sacrifices to are the same gods that the elite today are doing human sacrifices to. And then you ask the question, like I say, so you're making offerings to the gods. What do the gods get out of it?